them, and I think it was Infamous that made it through the open quals. So they are at a little bit of a disadvantage. They're a bit younger, not playing together for quite as long as some of these other guys, but you know, it'll be a good experience one way or the other, but I'm sure they're hoping that they can get themselves a win here.
Yeah, for sure. All right, Moon Meander moving out to the bot lane to scout things out. The tiny mid, as expected, she'll be up against a Invoker. And then Pango off lane. Lycan is still sitting in base, which is a bit atypical. I think they're trying to scout lanes, is what it looks like.
It's possible. They're sending the wolf running around. Kara's going to take one of them down.
Oh, man, GG, it's over. 21 gold.
A good start for Kara. I mean, he had a rough time last game. Let him have a little gold.
He's got a stun now. He'll be fine. Very safe.
Well, I don't know, very safe, but definitely a little bit safer.
Yeah. Wind Ranger Pango for the... Yeah, the one is kind of cool. Slightly obvious, potentially, if they see the cut trees, I guess. Yeah, they're going to know that there's a ward there, especially when they see him cutting trees down manually. Still, it feels kind of revealing to me, so instantly dewarded. Like, good try, I guess, but it's just a little bit too obvious. He stuck around cutting trees for so long. I guess they also had the observer ward watch them do it the whole time. That also was maybe a little bit of a tell.
They had a lot of ways to kind of see this out, but again, you know, trying to get the best lanes possible. So.
And they're blocking 2 wards committed to the safe lane, actually. Interesting. Blocking the large camp to prevent them from getting any gold there, also. That's because Mirana would be arrowing it, getting some free golden experience. That accelerates her, but she won't have that option now. Unless she has a sentry. Nope. She does not.
Feels like this is going to be a little bit of an annoying lane for the Lycan, just because of the fact, you know, Legion can heal up very, very quickly. She's got plenty of ways to get that life right back to her. And then, of course, having the Mirana constantly plinking you with those little arrows. Not the big one, but hopefully not the big one anyways, if you're a Lycan, but not fun.
Arrowing constantly on range creeps helps secure the lane, especially if they can get denies of their own. But Nova's also going to secure things, so CM's going to be pretty safe here. Also, Ironwood branches on her, interestingly. And Moondoon is best to trade. It's the nicest thing that Wind Ranger has going for her. It's just a really good animation and attack range. Movement speed's not the greatest, but with the Wind Run, she can basically just trade hits and usually trade a little bit better than her opponents.
How does this mid lane go here? With it's been a while since we've seen the Tiny over in the mid lane facing off with an Invoker.
It's definitely only an Invoker.
A push. Yeah.
I mean, he does way more damage at the base level, way more base damage, though. It's difficult to outlast hit him, at least until a couple more levels. They'll get there eventually. Ooh, AOI is going to lose his sentry, unfortunately. So they got the D ward and blocked, which I guess is... Oh, no, I actually didn't block. Excuse me. So the camp does end up spawning.
Take down another wolf, another 21 gold.
More wolf stuff.
Oh, middle lane. Pretty quiet, though, actually.
It is. I haven't seen this red cape in a while.
I think Moon Meander's fine here. I don't think he took enough damage thanks to that wind run. It's going to force him probably to use that salve, though.
Yeah, quite a bit of damage. Pretty well done so far. HFN fighting the Legion commander quite a bit here. He's got to be careful though, because they just proc more moment of courage, you know, and then he's getting last hits on him.
Out of my way.
Pretty standard stuff though going on in the lanes. Nothing too wild.
Yep, it is. The biggest difference is the mid lane not going so well for a while, but the more levels he gets on Exhort, he's going to start catching up. So it's not all bad.
I'm sure he expected this too, right? Knowing that Mr. Jeans was going to be playing the Tiny, so he'll recover in other ways, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty much for sure. Lycan taking a lot of pressure here, still queuing up the Necro like normal. 12 last hits on him, so it seems like they're just underperforming a little bit in all 3 lanes except for the top one on the crazy side. So rough laning so far.
Couple of
lucky
nice
bounce.
cast bounces, yeah.
Yeah.
Definitely going better this time around for Argius's Clink as compared to HFN in game number 1, right? They just had a lot of issues with positioning, plus the Timbersaw, who's just a very good lane dominator.
Pretty quick level 5 there for Tiny.
Oh, stun coming out from Kara.
That was a really
I'm
nice
sure he's
timing.
got quite enough damage, because I think it's still a level 1 Maledict. Plus the Fairy Fire, just ensuring he'll be fine.
It was nice
Harassment
timing though. That was like
please.
that was the exact moment that Moon was about to walk away. So landing the stun then allowed him to get extra right clicks in to really amplify the damage. Now Moon's gonna have to go back to heal. He's gonna shoot one more power shot. Does miss the Witch Doctor. And back to heal for him.
Oh, middle lane though, Mr. Jean's getting very aggressive. Not quite enough damage just yet though, but making use of that Rune of Opportunity.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Oh, you could die again. Never mind, the haste ran out. Okay. Almost got his cooldowns back. Not often that we see mid players have to run back to heal, but or maybe he's running back to self, but it's been a little hard for him. He still last city quite well, the 21-4 versus 27-8, so he's definitely caught up on the Invoker quite a bit.
Amazing what you'll find lying around.
5-minute runes are up.
Radiant's
Now he
middle
was going
tower
for
is
it,
under
but
attack.
didn't want to take that arrow to the face. So Bryle does have to go all the way back home. And have to come back to the lane with more mana, more healing.
Going for
Bottom
drum
lane
again.
HFN. Go back.
Yeah, he's gonna be okay. The drum's just gonna help him in these early engagements, especially with all of the super fast heroes that they have on their team. It'll give them a nice mobility advantage against G Pride.
I think he needs to tank up a little bit when you have this threat of the Tiny too, right? Don't wanna get
It can be a
bursted
worry
down.
for sure,
Radiant's
but
bottom tower
it's more
is under
positioning
attack.
based than raw tankiness. He'll just get tanky naturally, most likely.
It's been like almost 6 minutes and we haven't had first blood. What is this game?
Cannot wait to see the stat.
How many minutes do you think we're late now?
It's like 5 minutes late.
Okay,
Quite
all
late.
right.
It's always around a minute or so, minute and a half, something like that. So this is definitely a very late one. The DD, he could get a solo kill. It's a little hard against Wind Ranger because she's can use the Wind Run most likely. He's like, oh, hey, free bunny.
Yeah, it's a
Nice.
nice little treat. Just happened to leave it there. Probably because
probably
the fact that
why-
Bryle had already rotated, right?
I
Dire's
think-
Or
middle
not rotated,
tower
well-
but went
is
back to
under
the fountain.
attack.
I think it's because the Tiny went missing. He ran to the left through this observer ward if that was up earlier. So because of that, they knew Tiny was in the area. That's why Moon didn't go for the boundary run, because he knew Tiny was probably over there, which ended up being the case.
Good shackle
This
coming
could
out
be
from
good.
Moon Meander. That's our first blood going to Bryle.
As indeed I am.
And now Wind Ranger support looks valuable for the first time in 2 games. Adding in free Sunstrike damage, which used to be literally the most valuable thing coming out of Invokers in the laning stage, it's looked good here.
I just love how incredulous you sound about saying, like, oh, I guess it's actually not, horrific. Valky down here getting chased around by the Lycan, rooted into place, and Owie actually gets the kill.
That's a great example of just a little bit of a level advantage there. That the Lycan hits 6 before the Legion, and then they get a really big kill as a result. Nice kill with that.
We do have a rotation
Midas
for
on
Mr. Jeans,
Clinks.
though, coming down, so...
Dire's middle tower is under
Okay.
Being
attack.
close to the beginning. They do have wards, though. They spotted him walking down.
I think he got
Jeans
shot.
double damage, trying to grab HFN, throws out the avalanche. The toss, Owie is here, though. Able to slow him down just a little bit with the frostbite arrow. Will connect over onto Crystal Maiden. She might end up being the one to take it. This is such a slow...
That's the
animation
Lycan
coming out.
Wolf bite. The Lycan Wolf
That's
bite lowers
so
attack speed by a little bit, and that's what limited him so much. 60
I have-
attack speed slow for 4 seconds. That's insane against a Tiny. No wonder he couldn't attack.
I haven't seen a Tiny that slow since Eternal Envies, but mid lane, they were trying to make something happen with the Legion, but it's gonna end up falling. Nice tornado being thrown out from Bryle. Keizo rolling thunder coming on through, but Mr. Jeans, dancing shoes on, throws out the avalanche. A Sunstrike not gonna connect. Keizu going forward with the swashbuckle. They need just a little bit more damage, and it doesn't look like they have it, so Mr. Jeans will live to fight another day.
Oh,
Kara.
good arrow.
But they don't have the... Do they have the follow-up? I don't think they do, especially not when you're shackled to a tree. Poor Kara. They take him down. They cut down the tower.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Well,
attack.
good try. Kezu messed up. Is the simple thing. He needed to hit him with the rolling boulder. They were anticipating. They were pretty limited on disable at that point, but they could have done it if he landed the stun. But it doesn't work out. It's okay. Still going really well for Crazy. The super fast drum here for Invoker is actually quite incredibly valuable.
Radiant's top tower
It gives
is
you
under
like
attack.
far better movement speed and attack speed than what a Treads would in terms of when you use the drum charge. So between his high right click damage and alacrity here, the extra attack speed is insanely valuable. Oh, solo kill for Mr. Jeans on the Lycan though. He must have been buying some item
Dire are scanning.
at the secret shop.
Yeah, I don't know. I couldn't catch what was going on there. I just saw that he was taken out. But they did have a bit of vision over here, so perhaps that
Yeah,
helped.
so I'm
Dire's
coming.
top tower is
Yeah,
under
almost for
attack.
sure. They're pressuring the top lane now on the Crazy side, just kind of moving as a group. It's going very well for them. Invoker now going back for a Midas, so wanted to get the drum so that he can be very effective right now. Then the Midas on Clinks as well that we saw earlier, which is going to give him lots of attack speed and a way to accelerate.
You can tell that they want to put some pressure on the bottom tower. And Meander doing the best he can, throwing out power shots, trying to stay hidden, doesn't want to give away his position to Valky, but of course the creep's not going to help him out here. A little bit deeper here for Valky, waiting patiently. They do have the Clinks nearby. They're going for the duel. Taunted up, Argus putting out the damage. It's not quite enough to take out Moon Meander. He's gonna be able to turn this around. He gets the shackle off. He gets the kill, taking down the Legion Commander. They'll be able to follow up though with Mr. Jeans and Argus. Okay, he's making his way down bottom, so no dual damage for Legion, but they do manage to take down the Wind Ranger.
It was a very hard kill attempt. The duel going that way was really smart and all, but like Clinks takes some time to ramp up his... He doesn't feel as strong at like level 7 as he was before, because he used to be able to just like break the invis and all of a sudden do all this damage, but now it's like you have to use strafe. It's just it's old Clinks, you know. It's still pretty effective, but it's harder for him to do burst damage, it feels like.
I also feel like he's just standing maybe a little bit too far away. I think it took a little time for him to even get into position as well. So all those little like seconds, milliseconds, or whatever you want to call them, they really do make a difference here.
See if they're able to get that D ward on the ward behind the tower. Wind Ranger is moving forward here. Another Midas. Okay, Tiny also wants a Midas.
Dire's structures are fortified.
The game of Midases. They're trying to
Yeah.
kill Invoker here.
Looks like they're not going to be successful.
Yeah, it doesn't look like it. Good neutral item for Invoker. The Arcane Ring. Plus 10 damage. All that int. It's very good. A little bit of armor too. Just spotting enemy heroes. He's got boots now, so he's not going to be as incapacitated. But I think Invoker is going to have a really good game in terms of net. Like, look at his net worth now. It's actually insane already. 6,000 on the board. And he's gotten Midas afterwards, so it's just going to keep going up after this. And he's going to Boots of Travel too, so he's going to be super fast and very high damage. The only big vulnerabilities maybe like Duel or Avatos or like an Orchid from Clink.
Uh-oh. HFN forced to use his wolf form. He's gonna run back in again though, because the rest of the team are on their way, just chomping away over at Mr. Jeans. Arrow comes through. We'll be able to take down the Archer on the Necro Book. Mr. Jeans, HFN. Oh, but the bounce is coming out from Kara and the ultimate. It's not gonna matter though. Bryle coming in hot as he takes down Kara. HFN's gonna tick away a little bit, but I don't think it's enough to actually get the kill.
It was a good amount of damage though. That's the scariest, like the most annoying thing about trying to gank a Lycan is that if you make a mistake for a fraction of a second, he starts his transformation. Even though he's disabled while he's doing it, it's going to finish and then you're not going to be able to catch him unless you have perfect chain stun. So very hard to gank a Lycan like that without having like a blink ready on somebody to initiate.
Well, I'm sure that is high up on the priority list for G Pride to eventually handle HFN. Shackle comes out from Moon Meander though. Got the cold snap, tornado, sidesteps around it. HFN gets killed by Argus during all this. What?
He doesn't
Where
have
was
boots. Didn't have his ulti. Yeah, they maledicted
All right,
him,
well,
it looks like.
hold that thought. Rolling Thunder coming. Oh, he manages to interrupt the Rolling Thunder. There's not going to be, but he gets the dual damage over. Bryle coming in with the Sunstrike. The toss up over here will be able to slow down Owies. He gets Avalanche, but he still has the Rolling Thunder. He's in a good position for this. He's going to roll right back on in again and possibly get the skill in Argus. He's trying. He can't seem to find him in the corner, but it's okay. Bryle with the double kill. Dismar goes down on the side. Just picking up kills, a lot of damage. Triple kill now for Bryle. This guy is just out of control.
He is hitting very hard there. That's like the 3-shot. We thought he was gonna have a good game this game, Kara on the Witch Doctor, but he still seems so squishy against Invoker. 8,000 net worth on Invoker right now.
Oh my god.
Clinks' net worth not really catapulting anywhere good. He's got Midas, but like nothing's happening with it. And yeah, he killed Lycan, which is great, but they're still doing really good.
I don't think you go for this Valky. I mean, I see clearly everyone who's waiting. They're trying to bait really hard, but they have the vision. They go, they drop the sentry. They're caught up over on the side, so they're gonna get a couple nice pass bounces. That was a really big overwhelming yard. They go back in for the duel though. They've got the Witch Doctor ultimate to toss up into the air. It's gonna be the first duel damage going over to Valky, as now Mr. Jeans running away. The Necro Book's just hunting him down. HFN though falls on the back line. Mr. Jeans dead. Keizu trying to get out of here. His courier gets murdered, but it looks like Keizu will survive.
Super good fight for G Pride there. The banish on the Witch Doctor made that kill a lot harder. And then they got a little bit too deep, and most importantly, Invoker threw his tornado to the north, trying to kill the Witch Doctor, I believe, not realizing that Legion had ran forward. So once they get the duel off there, they're able to follow it up and get the Invoker kill, which is very crucial. And now the net worths look a lot more reasonable for G Pride, so mandatory fight for them to win.
I feel like that should have gone very differently, like the way that they have with their positioning. But like you said, everything just kind of all fit together for the side of G Pride.
Dire are scanning.
It's difficult to move offensively into that area because there's a lot of trees, so you don't always have perfect information. Not to mention when things go bad, you don't have an easy retreat. It's like one path only, so it makes it easier for G Pride to know where you're going to go and make good decisions from it.
Good point, that bottleneck. Arrow, not quite landing on Moon. Very close, though.
Blink Terror being ready is a big deal.
Yeah.
He's gonna be able to follow up
spike
on duels and things like that now.
Radiant's
Alright.
bottom tower
Get a
is under
smoke.
attack.
Coming
Dire's
through
top
down to the
tower
bottom
is
lane.
under
They know that
Radiant's
they've been
bottom
trying to
tower
take
has
it.
fallen.
A little bit too late to prevent the tower being taken, but perhaps they can get some sort of a pick off. In fact, they'll find Dismar and Mr. Jeans sitting on the high ground. Marana waiting. Nice hit off. Thought about doing the Rolling Thunder. Changed his mind though.
Yeah, it was hard.
But it's all right because Bryle finds a kill on Kara. Poor Kara, man. Argus hunting the Invoker. We'll just back off and take the stack with the Legion.
It's really not often that Invokers get solo kills without some kind of like an action item, like an Orchid or something.
Defend. Nope. Sidestep 0.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Moon coming in with the shackle. Manages to land over onto Dismar plus the Sunstrike.
You know, the Wind Ranger just looks really good this game. Like having the capabilities of the Sunstrike with it just changes the hero. Because it basically doesn't require her to have a Javelin to get these solo kills. The Wind Ranger is very much like a solo kill type hero. But if you play as a core, you can get the damage. But having Sunstrike just solves that problem and makes her still valuable as the support. It's great.
All right. Well, they respect the buyback. And they get out of the Roche pit, so probably gonna try to set out. Wait, and again, Moon Meander just being able to escape with the Wind Run. He's even got his own Blink Dagger queued up as his next time. Look at Kara, hoping that maybe Moon Meander got a little greedy and was sticking around. Keizu jumping forward, though, will get revealed by Mr. Jeans. Off of it to the air, they've got the duel. Do they have the damage is the question. And looks like they aren't going to be able to get the dual damage up onto Keizu. Probably still going to be able to get the kill. It's going to pop on the back lines, but Valky now TPing out.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Okay.
Dire's bottom tower is under
Not too
attack.
bad for G Pride, picking off the Pango there. Bryle getting a lot done in the meantime, though, so I would say that part makes it not so good. His net worth is still incredible. He's all over the map with the boots of travels. He instantly TPs to the top lane to go push that lane, now knowing that G Pride is over-chased. He's doing such a great job.
What is he, like 9-1-4 right now on the Invoker?
I could definitely, yeah.
Yeah.
Very,
yep.
very good. I haven't
My
seen somebody
goodness.
play Invoker like this before, but he's doing a really good job. Normally, it's a lot more passive. You like farm in your lane, and you can sit back and like jungle for a long time, then you buy Ags after. That's like the old school way. But he's been like, I'm here to fight, and Midas is actually valuable in my hero because I do so much right click, and I put myself in the right position to make the damage worthwhile. I'm sorry, he didn't buy Midas? Okay, never mind. He never bought Midas. Am I crazy? I swear, he queued up Midas. Maybe changed his mind.
Oh no,
Anyways.
you're having a Moxie moment.
I guess I did. I guess I did. But his right click
pretty sure
damage
he
is
did.
still really good. And there's no way because he's not there anymore. He queued it up. He didn't buy it.
Okay.
There's no way he like sold it. There's no way. Going Lincoln's Rush instead is honestly fine. He's still farming really well. And with the Lincolns, he's going to stop Orchids. He's going to stop duels, which are the main way that he's going to get locked down and killed. So as long as his positioning semi-good and he's got a Lincoln Sphere, he can protect himself or somebody else that's going to get dueled.
Well, the aggression is on now that they've completed picking up that Aegis. They're going right for this tier 2. And I don't know how G Pride, again, it comes down to positioning, but look at this. Gryle just running over to the mid lane, manages to miss the tornado though. Ice Wall slowing poor Mr. Jeans down. EMP plus a power shot. He's so fast though, they just can't seem to grab him. Valky's sitting up over on the high ground. They must be able to spot out this courier. Decides not to opt for it. Doesn't want to let them know that he's there.
It was a good try. He had to cold snap before tornado because otherwise Tiny was going to blink. So.
All right, the jump though over onto KZ. Nice arrow coming out from Dismar as well. We'll stun him, hold him into place, but the deafening blast should be able to keep him alive. No, it doesn't matter. They have the Witch Doctor ultimate as they go and they clean up on KZ. There'll be no rolling thunder for this time around. Casual tornado thrown out as the rest of Crazy back off.
Good combo. Like in not choosing to use ulti there. Felt like the fight wasn't going to go so well. Clinks is getting really farmed though. He's got Deso, Midas, and Medallion now, so his solo kill potential is really easy. And in fact, he's hunting the Invoker right now in the bot lane. Is Invoker invis though? It's the real question.
That is the
Yeah,
question.
he did
He
go
is
invis.
indeed.
He felt the danger.
I feel like
Almost
Crazy plays
Lincolns.
very tightly together too, like at the stage, and they also understand that the pickup potential is just so strong on the side of G Pride that I don't think that we'll see them play too far away from each other. I mean, HFN probably the only one that I can think of that has been kind of off on his own trying to farm and whatnot. But again, he does have a pretty good escape plan, he and the Invoker. But generally, they're playing together.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
There's smoke behind him now. And triple quad
Dire's
smoked.
middle tower is under attack.
See if they can get a grab.
All
right, he's gonna see-
Rough.
Oh no.
They know because he got the Ghost Shroud debuff, but he didn't know he was there, so he gets a run out. It is a really fast AC actually. Like in having a good game.
Mr. Jeans immediately TPing out. Tornado would have connected, but just didn't come out fast enough.
Yeah, it was a good try.
Dire's middle
Witch
tower
Doctor
is
scared
under
for his life,
attack.
I'm sure. He's worried he's gonna see a Lycan running at him. Witch Doctor has better options than most heroes at least, but
Kezu, the Blink 4 though, coming out for now. Bryle getting initiated on as well. He's ticking down. They'll be able to go take down the Aegis, but the rest of the team's coming in hot now. HFN immediately, they just want to take down Mr. Jeans. They realize that he's one of the biggest threats at this time. So another couple hits, he's going to get taken down. They'll find the kill over onto Argios on the side. Car trying to get as much damage off. Does manage to take down Owie, but that's all that they get from that fight.
kind of worked out perfectly there for Crazy that they went on Invoker who had Aegis at the same time as they dealt with the other one's instant TP.
Oh, Valky. No. Nope, he's just gonna get slowly but surely chipped away. Bryle's just dominating. 11, 1, and 5, and they're not even done yet. They were hunting down Dismar. Latch did not succeed as they follow up with the tornado. A little bit of fancy footwork coming out from Dismar. Bryle just wants this. Look at him. He's just running at him.
Yeah, they all want. I'm surprised that Lycan was there, actually. It's like, Lycan doesn't have ulti. He walks up with just brown boots, like, oh, I'm just here to kill a creep wave. Don't mind me. But it just feels like anywhere that G-Pride shows, that Crazy is going to collapse with almost all of their heroes, even if it might just be for like 1 or 2 right clicks.
Dire are scanning.
I mean,
Another
you're
plate mail
100%
passed.
right on that.
Yeah. So another plate mail just past the Lincolns on Invoker now, because it is a lot of physical damage and a lot of minus armor from the Clinks. I wouldn't be surprised to see him go for a Shiva's Guard with that plate mill. I don't think it'll be something like a Lotus Orb. And they already have an AC as well, so there's a catch.
There's the follow-up from KheZy. EMP. Ice Wall is makes him just so slow. He just cannot run. They even go and use the Rolling Thunder just for good measure. Bryle's on a mega kill streak.
He's playing so
Rolling past, though, they have more people in the vicinity, and he knows they've went right by that sentry. Bryle having to be a little careful. I don't think he realizes just how many people are waiting for him. Off to the side, Kara looking, pops the Lincolns. They'll go right back in. They've got so much damage. They'll finally be able to take down Bryle, but there's the duel coming out, too. Do they have any sort of follow-up? And yeah, in comes HFN. They held KheZy in place, but it doesn't matter because they didn't get the duel. They didn't get any kills. In fact, they just follow up with HFN and get a double kill.
They did get the Invoker, but as a whole, yes, not a good fight. Invoker, it's been a while since I saw somebody get like completely outmaneuvered by an Invis hero and that he was sitting behind him, but it did buy time for the rest of their team to show up, and it's still going to be worth it net worth wise. Now that Lycan is catapulted all the way to the front net worth, and he just has such good matchups too. I'm kind of curious what he'll buy after this. Klink's trying to figure out whose Midas is that. Why does Klinks have 2 Midases? Whose Midas is that? We'll find out later.
I'm still telling you that that Bryle happened. Yeah, so see him running away. Jump core coming up from Kara, and they're using everything.
Big team fight happening.
Big team fight happening as they get the duel. It's not looking too hot for KheZy, so they'll get some more dual victory damage. Oh my goodness, I can't talk. And the BKB being popped on Valky will ensure that they're able to grab it.
So whose Midas is this?
I'm pretty sure it's Invoker's.
Klinks' Midas?
No, because they have 2 different timings.
Did he steal it early on? What happened? I'm so confused.
I don't know.
Watch
Maybe
the replay for this one.
Yeah.
He did have a Midas, but how did Klinks get this? Why would he put a Midas on the ground ever? Did he put it on the ground so that the courier could pick it up and it got stolen? Is that what happened?
That's highly likely. I would also imagine, you know, this is not as likely, but Bryle just being a jerk and slipping it into his inventory because it's funny. I don't know, but hold that thought. Couple bounces coming out. Kara forcing over to the side. Min Meander with a nice shackle will allow HFN to get the kill on Kara. Do you not do that in your games? Sometimes when I like want to be cheeky, I get a bunch of ironwood branches and I keep sneaking them into my core's inventory.
I was thinking like enemy team inventory, not your allies. Cause like if you're invis and you like put items in him, and he's like, where are these items coming from? And then he realizes like, oh no. And then you kill him. It's like
a little winky face and like a kissy face at the same time. Like, guess who's here, dude? All right, there's the opening to this fight that we missed. So anyways, looks like KheZy was jumping in for the initiation, but the fight got spread out a little bit. They had the BKB on the Legion, which made it very easy for them to continue with that duel. So, oh, now we have another fight breaking out. Valky, they have the vision. The dead Legion commander.
That observer word allowed them to initiate, grab the Legion kill. Legion struggling here big time.
It's been a tough game for G-Pride. They had some moments where, you know, the Clink started getting these items back up again, but a big problem is just, you know, Bryle's Invoker, super active, super aggressive, made time and space for HFN to take over the net worth.
Mm-hmm. Still pretty farm though. It's doing good. Was that a halberd on Lycan? Okay, that makes sense, I guess. I was thinking about halberd, but it is so good against Clinks. We saw it last game. The amount of disarm that it's like 5 seconds of no attacking, which is insane. He's able to snipe that because he's got invis again. He's got that really low cooldown on Shadow Walk. I believe that's one of the new talents.
Just moments too late here.
I don't think there's a Vlad's yet on Crazy. I'm a little surprised about that KheZy's prioritized other things, but I guess halberd is a lot safer to protect him from Clinks than vice versa.
Bryle on the hunt. They'll find Argius, not quite landing that swashbuckle, but on the back lines they go in again. Legion with the duel and the Sunstrike coming out. There's just a lot of damage coming out from Argius. They don't get the duel damage this time. KheZy's still alive as Bryle's just clicking down Valky, the right click Invoker. Taking out the Legion commander, and you know, it was a good effort, Kara. He was all bunched up with all of his menagerie, but you're not gonna be able to get that kill. You're gonna die yourself. And now Mr. Jeans fighting here with Bryle. They have the cold snap. There's not going to be a TP option for you, Mr. Jeans. And now you're Mr. Dead. Okay, Zeus,
Bryle's Invoker.
Dismar. No? Okay, all right, all right. He's gonna let
Bryle's
Bryle
here
take care of
too.
it.
He's
Yeah.
everywhere.
He's everywhere
let
you
him.
want to be.
You broke my
Okay, and they got a free neutral item out of this. Incredible.
Easy
That's a
peasy.
great neutral item for the Lycan though.
Structures are
All right,
fortified.
the mid push.
And it's over.
Bryle,
now.
I gotta say, the Bryle Invoker is so fun to watch. He is literally in every engagement, it feels like. And it has been a good game for him. The right click has been really interesting. He's very confident in playing his hero.
The very value Crystal Nova here. Frostbite thrown out. KZ jumping in just a little bit too late here. But probably
Very
not too
confident.
concerned.
EY playing pretty cheeky there, turning and going for the Frostbite.
Dire's
But yeah,
top
Lycan's
tower
damage is going to be
under
insane now,
attack.
having the Orb of Desolation in combination with AC, and his Abyssal Blade's surely on the way. It's going to be really good against Clinks especially. He's going to feel a lot more like CK when that gets finished.
I'm surprised they haven't gone in for a Roche yet. I feel like that's something that they could definitely do on Crazy and then push their
Yeah.
advantage.
They did earlier, but now maybe hard.
Oh, it's a nice shackle. Oh, Kara. Immediately, though, purged off by the Legion Commander, but on the back lines now, they're just going to lose Valky. Kara's going to be able to live a little bit longer, but that's a beautiful shackle again with the power shot. Double kill for HFN. Oof. Buyback comes out now from Dismar.
Dire's
Luckily, they
middle
don't have any
tower
creeps
is
in the
under
base, so they
attack.
have to go through backdoor. They're going to have to walk away for now. Play it cool. Wait for the creeps to arrive.
It's just compounding advantage. So 3 more kills plus a buyback. There's a gem on the Invoker as well now, so he's going to try to solo hunt any heroes that he
wants
can.
Mr.
Dire's middle
Jeans.
tower
He
is
saw
under
him
attack.
off to the side.
He knows he can solo kill him. Like, Tiny doesn't have enough damage here to pick off the Invoker. Here it comes.
Wiggity Stooty. Here comes Bryle for that booty. Does miss the ice wall, though. Mr. Jean's got the dancing shoes on. So, actually not too worried about this. He blinks forward and grabs up his Ags. But like we said, you know, we're wondering when is that next Roche going to happen? HFN's in the pit with Keizu, and they're making fast work of the Great Wasp here.
It looked to me like he just queued his spells up in the wrong way, maybe, and made a small mistake. Because normally he would, after the tornado, do an ice wall, but he must have pressed the wrong hotkey, and then at that point it was too late. Kind of a small error. Considering how well he's been playing, it's incredible that that's been like the first cast error that we've seen so far in an engagement. But if that ice wall landed, that's probably a kill.
All the
Side
trees being
picks.
tossed now.
Yep.
So we have the Aegis online for Bryle. He's doing a little bit of split pushing at the moment, trying to just shore up these lanes a little bit more, while the rest of Team Pride is pretty much just confined to one area, aside from the Clinks in the bottom lane. But he can't afford to go toe to toe with Bryle.
Radiant
And he's really
are
hard to gank
scanning.
with all the defensive items he's got. There's his Octarine being finished too. A little bit of magic resistance, but a lot of HP, but mostly the lower cooldown on all of his really valuable spells.
All right, we're going to see a fight break out very shortly. I have a feeling the blink forward from Mr. Jeans will isolate him from the rest of the team.
Looks like
Bryle
he's
trying
not
to
going from.
decide where he wants to go, though. All right, they'll find an opening over here on Dismar. Does have the leaps, but gonna get slowed down. Bryle not quite willing to give up. In fact, it's over on that ward by accident. This is still a dead Dismar, and they're still gonna be able to get the ward.
Doing such a good job of pressuring. It really does feel oppressive for G Pride to get on the map here. Instantly, everyone TPing top. They know where they're going to be. Look at this. They push on one side of the map. They're going to run to the other one. So they set it up.
Boots of travel for Bryle really paying off here, going right back in. Mr. Jeans with so much damage from the trees, but it's not enough. As now HFN running forward, they have the blink on Bryle. They'll try to slow down. Looks like they'll just have to settle for Kara for now. Has that Ghost Scepter though, but it's not going to save him from the Sunstrike as he lives a little bit longer, just long enough to let Moon Meander get the final hit. And Bryle is just going ham sandwich here in the back lines. Follows up with a tornado. Is just going to give him a blink, little love tap here or there, and then just walk away.
Taking some decent damage, but still dealing out far more than he's being dealt. He's going to have to walk back this time since he TP'd back to Fountain completely out of mana, but not a terrible circumstance. Okay.
Ooh,
not bad.
again, that's the feels bad when you can't even kill the position 5 on the enemy team
Yeah.
near the core.
They're gonna want to go back and kill the observer ward that's there.
Dire's middle tower
Just
is
go
under
with a little bit of
attack.
cover. Wind Ranger will help. Probably a power shot and then. Oh, never mind.
Oh, look at this. They figured that he'd be in the area. Didn't quite latch, though, with that shackle shot. So
Dire's structures
are just
fortified.
probably feeling very lucky right now as the buildings are just getting ripped apart, though. Are we committing with the Rolling Thunder? We are indeed, because Argus over on the side with a Deafening Blast. KZ rolling on through, hoping to collect that kill. Kara is next on the hit list. Gonna just try to walk away. Nice arrow coming through. It's not gonna be enough to save him though, because HFN is still alive, still fully active. Chases down Valky. We've got 2 different fights going on. Moon meandered in the back line. Looks like they went and they got themselves a nice shackle with the Sunstrike. Buyback come out from Mr. Jeans, but I really don't know what he can hope to do. I was thinking maybe he could get a toss back into the fountain. Not gonna be able to. He's so slow right now. The avalanche, they try to perch it off of him. Still quite slow. Lots of trees being tossed over at Bryle. Again, he does have that Aegis. Doesn't seem too concerned. The GG finally gets called. This is going over to Crazy in a 2-0 victory.
I gotta say, watching Brawl play Invoker was a super treat. This was really fun to see, like how much the hero is still